Welcome everybody. This is day 27. Let's go straight to the chart. Okay. Uh, for yesterday, I had followed this market on my interest, and I took AED sitting the CDCHF, and as you can see on the daily time frame, I was following the trend. Price was forming higher, higher, low, using the resistance as a support, higher, low, using the resistance as a support, higher. I was expecting for price to form the higher low to use the resistance as support and for price to keep going to upside, but you know the mistake that I've done is I think taking the trade just based on one structure point. This is not a valid area of interest. A valid area of interest always consists at least three body touch, and as you can see here, it only have one body touch, then just a weak rejection. So this is not a strong supporting stance level, which is a mistake. And I'm literally buying on the highest point because price have done nothing previously around this level. So yeah, I think that was my mistake, but the 4 hour looks clean. I got my entry, beautiful higher high, higher low, using the previous resistance as a support, beautiful bullish pin bar rejection. The entry was just perfect. 1 hour also, this was the higher high, this was the higher low. We never shifted the structure. After we reached the area of interest, we formed beautiful bullish engulfing rejection candlestick one time over here, and again over here we formed this beautiful bullish engulfing also. So it was a perfect entry, but the problem was on the daily time frame. I should have not picked this pair because of the area of interest. This was not a valid area of interest. Yeah. Lesson learned. Never take a trade based on one or what, just based on one body touch. Never take a trade based on that. Okay. USDCHF, the other trade that I took, price was for me lower low, lower high, low low, lower high, low low. We got a body closure above. So my expectation was for price to fill this week and going to the upside. That was my expectation, my prediction. I actually thought it was gonna stop on this resistance level, but looks like it's volatile, it's breaking out. Well, I actually did not expect for this one to have the breakout, but the direction was right once again. But what happened? This, bro, look at this bullshit, man. Look at this bullshit, bro. Look, what is this? What? 1 pip, 2 pip, bro? This is crazy, man. I got my entry on the 4 time frame as usual. Price was forming lower lows and lower highs. Then we got a shift of structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We reach this area of interest. We reject from the area of interest, and we form this beautiful bullish engulfing on pre-London session on Thursday. And I entered the trade exactly right there. Then stop loss was placed below the EMA. Yeah, and price decided to wick me out before continues to go on my side. Ah, can't do nothing about it, huh? I can't do nothing about it. It's inevitable to avoid this kind of losses. We just move on. The other pair was GBP JPY. GBP JPY, I actually did not take this trade. I was interested to take a buy on this one because price was forming lower low, lower high, lower low, shifted structure to bullish, formed the higher high, higher low. We are back to this resistance, support level to use it as a support. Once again, it formed on Wednesday, it formed this beautiful bullish doji rejection candlestick, rejecting from the area of interest in from the daily EMA. So the next daily candlestick, what I was expecting was for price to give me the weak pullback to resist the area of interest in the EMA, and for price to keep going to the upside. That was my expectation, and I was waiting for my entry on the 4 hour time frame. After it shifted structure, as you can see, price from lower low, lower high, lower low, it shifted structure. I was waiting for price to give me that pullback and then some kind of rejection. I was waiting for price to give me some kind of rejection on this area, but as you can see, it never gave me any kind of bullish candlestick. It just kept going to the downside. It is what it is, and by waiting for your entry, you avoid a loss like this. Okay, doesn't matter how clean the daily time frame look, you need to wait for price to give you entry on the lower time frame, which is the 4 hour. Okay, the other pair that I did not took this trade, I just put it in to see how it's gonna play out, and we'll look at that. I chose to take a UDCD and buy. So for that reason, I did not wanna take this sell because I did not wanna trade against myself, because they are both USD pairs. They are some way they are correlated, so they're gonna have some kind of same movement. So I actually expected for I believe the UDCD more than USD. That's it. I predicted the USD would go to downside, but I chose a UDCD because I did not see anything that's wrong on UDCD. It looked clean on the time, 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. It looked very beautiful with the entries, but I did not focus on the daily time frame. But here, as you can see, the daily time frame was rejecting from a very strong support and resistance level. As you can see, that one touch over here, two touch, three touch, just over here only three touch. As you can see, over here four touch. You can go on and you can get more, five touch, six touch, seven touch. This is a valid, very strong area of interest. Price shifted structure. I was expecting for the daily time frame to give me that weak pullback, then for price to keep going downside. And my entry, yes, my entry was there. Definitely it was there. Exactly, price have done it over here one time, two time, and this was the third time. Bro, look at this. Higher high, higher low, higher high. We shifted structure, pull back, rejection, we sold. Higher high, higher low, higher high, shift of structure, pull back, rejection, we sold. Over here also, this was the higher high, this was the higher low. We shifted structure, pull back, rejection, we sold. Yeah, it is what it is. These were the pairs. Anyways, they are gone. The yesterday was very volatile market. I don't know what happened. There was some kind of news or something. I don't know, but all the pairs were moving very quickly. And as you can see, it's still having that momentum. And yeah, for today, I mean, if you miss out, guys, it doesn't matter. I predicted this one. It doesn't mean I'm gonna predict this one also. I'm out, bruh. I did not take this trade, so I'm not gonna put it there. I missed out. It is what it is. Okay, the two pairs that I'm interested for today, which is Friday, is USHF and CAD JPY. I am gonna wait until price did exactly as I expect. Otherwise, I'm not gonna take any trade because it's Friday, so I don't need to take any other trade. I'm saying. So this is the last day of the week, so I don't like to hold the trade throughout the weekend, because always on the next week when the market open, before the weekly, the weekly time frame have to make that downward week or upward week against me. So I don't want to get wicked out when price formed some kind of gap or some kind of weeks on Sunday morning. So that's the reason why I don't like to hold my trade throughout the weekend. Okay, so let's go to USHF, and on the daily time frame, as you can see, price was forming low, low, lower, high, and we closed as a very strong bearish engulfing under this support and support level. So for today, what I'm expecting is for price to give me that quick pullback to retest this support level to use it as a resistance, then for price to keep going downside, exactly as it have done over here. As you can see, price form a lower low, lower high, then after the bearish engulfing, look, a quick pullback, use the support level as a resistance, then it went straight to downside. I'm expecting the same thing to happen on this area, just a weak pullback, then for price to keep going to downside. What makes it more interesting is the starting from yesterday, the market is having a very volatile is being very volatile, so that's why I want to be involved today, because I think on New York session, also yesterday on New York session, just market went crazy, bro, went crazy on night time. I did not expect for price to have those kind of moves, but it just did. So I think it will continue this momentum today also. As you can see, other pairs, they are already continuing that momentum. So I think these pairs, they're gonna start their momentum on New York session, I think so. So if I got my perfect entry as I wanted, I'll be interested to take the trade. So what I'm waiting specifically on the 4-hour time frame is for this one to have a bearish engulfing candlestick. I want this candlestick to have a body closure under this one, okay, a body closure under this one. Then I will wait for some kind of weak pullback to the upside. That means when I wait the weak pullback on the 4-hour time frame, I went to the 1 hour. I go to the 1 hour, I'll wait for that weak pullback, I'll wait for that rejection. Then on New York session, I'll be interested to take this trade, or right before the New York session opens. Okay, look, for the daily time frame, when I wait the weak pullback on the daily time frame, I go to the 4 hour for entry. Okay, then after I get my entry on the 4 hour, for the next 4 hour to give me that upward weak pullback, I go to 1 hour. You see how the time frame correlations work? Do you understand it? So when I go to the 1 hour, and on 1 hour, look, on 1 hour, after price have this move, and after price start this pullback, and if after it give me that rejection, that means the 4 hour is done forming the upward wick, and it's time for it to go to downside. You see, so instead of me entering this trade exactly here while it have the body closure, I can enter the trade, over here. When I go to the 1 hour, I can have a better risk to reward ratio by waiting that 4 hour upward wick. How do I know the 4 hour upward wick is where it's gonna end? By going to the 1 hour. So I'll wait for that 1 hour to give me that pullback, then I'll wait for that 1 hour to give me that rejection. So if 1 hour give me the rejection around this level, then I'll enter the trade, and that means the upward wick of the 4 hour is going to be done, or it's going to be finished. Or price is already reacting, as you can see. So we still have 3 hours left, so we're gonna be very patient, and we're gonna wait. If it just leave from here and go to the downside, it is what it is. That's not our setup. Okay, just because it's now reacting very fast, I'm not gonna jump in and take the trade, because from here it might even leave a weekend and go straight to the upside. We never know. So we need to wait for this 3 hour to finish, and we're gonna wait and see how this is gonna close. Then we're gonna wait for the next 4 hour to give us that weak pullback. Then after it gives us the weak pullback, after it start to give us the weak pullback, we go to the 1 hour, and we are gonna wait for another bearish rejection to happen, because that's gonna indicate us that the 4 hour weak pullback is done being formed, and we are gonna take the trade right there. It's gonna give us a better risk to our ratio. Okay, uh, uh, the other pair that I'm interested is CAD JPY. CAD JPY, as you can see on the daily time frame, price was forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we shifted structure, and yesterday we formed this beautiful bullish wick to the downside, rejecting from this area of interest, resistance, support level. This weak rejection is beautiful. If this doesn't happen, I wouldn't be interested to take this trade, because I would expect for price to have the body pullback before keep going to the upside. But right now it's already retested this area of interest once again, so I don't see any reason for price to come back to this area once again. So from here it can just leave. We also have a body closure above the support resistance level. For now, what I'm expecting is for price, as you can see, it's already having that retest on the area of interest and on the daily EMA. So from here, my expectation is for price to go straight to the upside. Well, for our entry, what we are waiting for is easy. Look, on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, we were forming lower lows, lower high, low low, low high. This was the lower low, this was the lower high. Then we got a shift of structure, high high, higher low, high high, higher low, higher high. Now we are forming that potential higher low for price to keep going to the upside. So for me to know that the higher low is finished being formed in the for me to say it's now time for price to form the new higher high, we need to have that bullish rejection to happen, right? We formed the higher high, we formed the higher low, we reached this previous higher high point, also this strong area of interest. As you can see, whenever we are above going up, whenever we are below we are going down. We can go over here, you can see very strong area of interest whenever we are above going up, below going down, above going up. So what I'm waiting for is for this 3 hour to close, and I want it to close as a bullish candlestick. Okay, it's either a bullish engulfing or exactly something like this bullish doji, bullish pin bar, some kind of bullish rejection candlestick on this area. I will be interested to take this trade, then to take it all the way to the upside. That's just it. Yep, these are the two pairs that I'm interested. Just three guys for you guys. JPY waiting for this to close. If it closes as bullish rejection candlestick, I will be interested to take the trade. And Euro CHF also waiting until this 4-hour candlestick to close. Also, if it closes as a bearish engulfing, I will wait for some kind of weak pullback, then I'll take the trade downside. I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm out. Sitting for it.